All right. So, for those of you that aren't familiar with the layout of the chemistry Moodle, now, has everyone been able to access the Moodle? Can you give me a tick if you were able to get in and you've had a look at what's in there? Okay, so Bree, what about Mitch? Now, Mitch, firstly, so Mitch, you, I think I just need to enroll you. I think you're already enrolled though, aren't you? Is that right?
Yeah, I'm enrolled.
Okay. Um, Now, Bree, I should be able to add you directly now. Oh, and I'll just, I think, let's have a look. Okay, I think I've already added you to Moodle, Bree. Yeah, I have. So, is it just a matter of you haven't had a chance to have a look at the new course? Is that what's going on? Okay. All right, so I'll just quickly walk our way through the stage one chemistry. So for those of you that had Anna last year, and that's me, so I'll be taking you as well as Anna, but we're collaborating together and we're working together with that. So we've got three topics that we'll be covering this semester. The first one being solutions and reactions, which is what we're doing this week. So a lot of you haven't done the pre-lesson work, which is not great because we have a lot to cover in chemistry, and it is really important that you do the pre-lesson work before you come to lesson. And I did send the email out last term. So can I get a tick or a cross who received that email? Okay, so you all received it, and I think I'm pretty sure I asked you to reply to it. And I know that Brandon was the only one that replied. Oh, did I not ask you to reply? Let's have a look. Yeah, I did. So I did ask you to reply to the email to acknowledge that you've received this email. Um, just because basically I don't know whether you've actually received it or not. Anyway, doesn't matter. So, also, Mitch, you didn't get an email at all, or did you just not, did the email just not say to reply to it? Because I need to make sure that I've got your correct email address. Okay, all right. So, for those of you that haven't done chemistry before, the layout of the pre or I guess weekly work is as follows. So in the Moodle, if you go into the stage one homepage for it, you click on the weekly work for the topic that's highlighted, which is topic one. And then we're going through, everything is laid out in week 1 to week 7. So this week it's Missability and Solutions. And this is the content that we're covering this week. And then we've got a whole bunch of instructions about what you need to do and when you need to do it by. So we have what we call the before lesson work, which for those of you that have done chemistry before should be quite familiar with. You need to watch Edpuzzle videos. So can you give me a tick, or if you're familiar with Edpuzzle and know how to join an Edpuzzle class? And can you give me a cross if you are not, if you do not know how to do that? Okay, so Florence, are you yes or a no? Do you know how? Yep, okay. So at the moment, only two of you have enrolled in the Edpuzzle class, so you need to do that probably now, actually, would be the best thing to do. So can I get those of you that haven't enrolled, there's the class code right there. Can you please go into Edpuzzle, join a class, put in the class code so that you're now in Edpuzzle, and that way I know that you have access to the videos. And when you've done that, can you just give me a tick and then we can move on with the next thing? So Mitch, the class code is this class code here that's on the screen. And you just need to put that into Edpuzzle where it asks you to join a class, and you just put that class code. So let's have a look. At the moment, I've just got Florence and Brandon in there. So I'm hoping that if I refresh this, okay, great. So who are we missing? Mitch. So let's just have a look to see if Mitch is now in there. Are you having issues, Mitch, or is it just a matter of logging in and everything? Okay, all right. I'll just wait because it is very important that you have access to Edpuzzle. Ah, the code is this one here. All right. Okay, great. Thanks very much, Mitch. Okay, fantastic. I can see that. All right, so you before you come to lesson, you need to watch the Edpuzzle videos. So I think only Brandon and Florence have watched the videos. So it's really important for the rest of you that you watch those videos. Now, who has accessed their textbook? Can you give me a tick if you've got access to your textbook? Okay, I know Mitch. Yep, I know what the deal is with you. Okay, who has actually read the chapters to 12.1, 13.1, and 13.2? Okay, so Bree, Mitch, and Taisha, it's really important that before next lesson that you watch their puzzles and you read the textbook chapters. And obviously, after lesson as well, you've then got some questions that you need to answer, and these need to be uploaded to Daymap. Now, does everyone know how to do that? Can you give me a tick if you're familiar with uploading assignments to Daymap? Okay, awesome. All right, so that needs to be uploaded by the end of the week, and I will have a look at your answers as well. So half of you haven't done the pre-lesson work, half of you have. There's no point, those of you that haven't watched the Edpuzzle and the textbook chapters, there's no point in you being in class because we're building on what's been covered in the pre-lesson work and you're just going to get lost and confused. So in that case, Brandon and Florence, you can stay in class and we'll go through the PowerPoint, which is this one here. And for those of you, so Bree, Mitch, and Taisha, you will have to go through and do the PowerPoint and write your answers to the questions in the PowerPoint in your own time and make sure that you can answer all of the questions in here as well. Okay, so so Taisha, Mitch, and Bree, you'll have to leave class now. I suggest that you spend the rest of this allocated lesson time watching the Ed puzzles and starting to read the appropriate chapters as well. Once you've done that, then you can have a go at that PowerPoint and you need to be able to answer all of these questions. So if there's something that you don't understand in any of these slides, you can email me and be like, okay, Kelly, I don't understand. Can you please explain? Or, uh, okay, so it is, and then next week, everyone should do the pre-lesson work before the lesson so that we can all participate in a group discussion when going through the PowerPoint. So for those of you that won't be staying in class, I will be making a recording of this that you can watch at a later time. So again, you can watch that and that will give you an idea of what we're looking for the answers for these PowerPoint slides. Okay, so Bree, Mitch, and Taisha, you can leave WebEx and make sure you are all up to date and you've done the pre-lesson work for next week before you come to lesson. Okay, it's really important. The after lesson work needs to be completed and handed up to me before the next lesson. And if you haven't done it, then yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, that stuff, Brandon, that after lesson work, that's purely for your knowledge and understanding. If you don't do it, you're only disadvantaging yourself. I won't kick you out of the next lesson, but you're not doing yourself any favors if you don't do those questions because those are there, like we do in stage one biology, those are there to um, further your knowledge and understanding of the chemistry concepts covered each week. Okay, so Bree and Taisha, you can leave now as well, and Brandon and Florence will start working our way through the slides.